Are we on? Hey everybody, I hope you can hear me. I'm sure you'll tell me if you can't. Welcome to the live stream. My name is Brad, and I like to do drone videos every week. And if that sounds like something good to you, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and use the comments as a chat, and you go ahead and watch a chat too. Got the live chat going on. And let's just get into this. This is kind of a new intro for me for the live stream. So, hi everybody, how you doing? Let's check and see who the peanut gallery is. We already know Matt's here. Oh God, I'm not singing anything. So we're talking about Mr. Matt Variable. He's getting stuck in trees. Having a good old time doing that. Gotta love it because, yeah. Oops. You like that mic? This is an awesome mic. I need to shave. Wow, I'm pretty sure I said that before the show. Yeah, I definitely need to shave. Definitely. Thank you. Glad it sounds good. Yeah, this microphone, this is the same one I've been using. I love this one. It's the one up here. This little sucker I'm not using anymore because it sounds too tinny. Not too thrilled with it. Anyway, so today we're going to talk a little bit about drone takedown tech. Just a little bit. There were two new announcements, or not, two new articles I referenced in my thumbnail about different takedown types of ways to take down a drone if they're in restricted airspace, or if you just want to, you know, if that's just the way it is. If you want to see the articles I'm using, the links are in the description below. And yay, Craig made it. And the description and the links in the description below. See what you guys are doing. You're already getting me off topic. And we have how many people? Three people. Three. Count them, three. And I may be one of them, but I'm sure there's more than that. Now it says 6. Awesome. Welcome to everybody. Willie, when was the last time I flew downtown Chicago? Maybe a month ago, a little more than a month ago. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're not going to be talking about flying in Chicago. We're talking about drone takedowns. And we can definitely talk about that a little later. Sorry, I just saw that no 8, and I'm just trying to figure out what you're meaning. But 8 people are watching. Keep that chat going. Hope everybody shows up. And I know that I told some other people. So one thing, I got to start out, again, this is one of the reasons I wanted to talk about this. A lot of people talk about drones being taken down, really bad things, you know, when you're in restricted airspace and whatnot. Hey, Ozzy Mark, nice to see you, man. Glad you made it. And I'm glad, and who else? We got Stella, and who else we got? We got Crazy Daddy. Awesome. I am so happy. You finally got the Q500 up. Yes, it's about time. I'm so happy to hear that. Hope you got some great stuff. And it is awesome to see Mark. Welcome to Mr. Mark, because we don't see him very often. He doesn't come by because it's really different time zone for him. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't that right, Mark? So anyway, yeah, one of the reasons I was talking, Neil and I were out hanging out with Brian one day, and he was actually talking about a friend of his. Brian was talking about someone he knows. Don't know if it was a friend or not. He was flying out at a place locally he was doing a wedding, you know, doing a little bit of drone video, and he's doing some other video for a wedding. And he had his drone out, and he got up to a certain height, and suddenly the drone literally fell out of the sky. Well, come to find out, he was flying right next to where the NSA has an office, and he was getting too high for their comfort, and they took his drone down. I don't know what happened to the drone, and if you're watching, you can tell him what happened, and if I misrepresented anything in that, yeah, basically what I would like to tell anybody in the Chicagoland area, if you're doing any kind of wedding near the Drury Theater, don't take your drone. It's really not a good idea. That tower, the high-rise over there, yeah, they'll take your drone down. So you don't want to have to do that. So it's 8:33 in the morning. Wow, Mark, you skipping work? Glad everybody's here, man. So drone takedowns, yeah, so that's what we're talking about. And one of the things that they did, I mean, they probably just used something to interfere with it and shut down the motors or whatever and just took the drone down. They were not messing around at all. So, yeah, guys, don't fly in that area. But there's 2 articles that I saw today that kind of gave me an idea that I wanted to talk about this, and it kind of went in with that. I'm trying to read the comments at the same time. You know I'm horrible about that, guys. Get a silent prop and fly high, and I'll never notice a drone is up flying. Well, there's other ways to tell if a drone is flying around. There's a lot of, like with the remote and the talking, the chat, Matt and I were just talking about this a little bit ago, but the chatter between the Wi-Fi remote and the drone, they can sense that. They don't just use eyesight. They use other ways. You're on 11.7. Oh, sweet. That's great. So first of all, I want to talk about, let's see, I forget, I think the right website's up. Yeah, this one here. Yeah. Don't look at the ad. I'm trying to click the continue to site. Ah! Oh, you're kidding me. It worked before. Beautiful. Oh, that's why. Let's go here. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, I know why. Hang on. That's why. Just give me a minute. There we go. We got it. So, Los Alamos, you guys know that. It's restricted, no fly zone. Deploys drone mitigation tech. Now, they won't tell you, if you read through this article, they will not tell you what they are actually doing, but they are going to do it. So it's not, to me, it sounds like it's going to be relatively automatic, because they don't want people flying around. I mean, and I could be wrong, but what they're saying here is that they're going to be putting something in place that will definitely take drones down, that will not allow, it's basically denying drones anywhere in the area that's the restricted airspace. Now, if you look through here, I'm not going to read through this article, but you can see this was yesterday. It goes through here and it says they're not going to tell us what it is, the technology is, but there are 235 systems available from 155 vendors in 20 countries. So my point is, there are a lot of different systems, or there's a lot of different ways to take down a drone, and that does not bode well with me. But hopefully, even at one point I was contacted to help with a drone takedown system, and I have a problem with that. I know that there are places like Wrigley Field, places like Soldier Field, Comiskey Park, what the hell's whatever the White Sox place is now. I don't. They rename it Guarantee Field all the time. Whenever there's an event like that, they do not want to have drones around, and I agree there should be a way to take down drones, but not so that it crashes into the crowds. That's the whole purpose of you not flying over there. So I would like to see, like, I take over control of your drone and I land it in a safe place, and then I look at the registration number if you registered it. Of course, there is that, and then we call you and give you your ticket. The range on these things, I imagine they can adjust the range how they want, because these systems, what the article says is these systems were actually built to be in a military setting, so I imagine there's some serious range on them. They just have to adapt them to be more of in a consumer area or even a commercial range, so that it's not interfering too much with everything else, because with military grade, they're a little bit more intense, I guess. I would imagine the range is pretty good, and I would think that, like, some place like Los Alamos, they would have a specific way, they would have it like a geofence, where you basically, even if your drone didn't have a geofence, that it would not allow your drone to come in there. Maybe it just says it does, who knows, takes control of your drone and lands it, who knows. But you're asked by OSU. That's okay. They don't know how to do anything. No, just kidding. I don't like OSU. Maybe you don't. I'm a Michigan fan. So anyway, yeah, that's my point. Is that there are so many different systems. Some of them are just shut everything down. Maybe a small EMP. Who knows? Like a directed EMP. Hey Brian, glad you made it. You missed me telling your story. You might have to go rewind a little bit, and so you can hear my story. And I'm sorry that the brightness is going on and off. That is because my camera is auto-adjusting. No thanks. You wanted to see that. Why did you decline? You should have. The only way to watch, you can watch what they're doing. Sorry, my voice is a little messed up today, I think. And yes, Craig, congratulations on your job. I'm thrilled. I saw that on Facebook. And pardon the horns honking outside, because apparently that's a thing today. The town of Los Alamos is ripe with geofencing. Oh, yeah, I imagine they are all over the place. They probably block things left and right. And it's kind of like D.C. I imagine it's a lot like D.C. because you pretty much don't fly in D.C. Craziness. I'm not too thrilled with that. Yeah. Then they have now the next article I do want to talk. We'll talk about that in a minute. Is a little bit more of a physical way to take down a drone instead of using radio waves. It's a little bit different, and there was an update because this technology that we're going to talk about in a minute. It's been around for a while. But they updated it a little bit to make it a little bit more scary for us. Kind of, not really scary, but not good for us. I tell you, for us pilots. So you got to be careful about flying in the wrong areas. And I think the next one here, we'll talk about that. Let's, yeah, New Mexico has a lot of military sites. But, oh, yeah, New Mexico, I mean, you got Los Alamos, you got White Sands, you got all those places down there that you just, you're not supposed to fly around anyway. I would love to fly around White Sands, though. Oh, that would be so cool. Oh, Matt, that would have been interesting. That would have been interesting. No, you didn't tell me about that, man. So they wanted to fly around so that they could take you down. You're basically being security tester. Yes, Stella, and that's exactly what we're talking about next. You just walked right into it, so we're gonna go get rid of that. This netting drone. So this netting drone is interesting because it's been around for, I think it's been around for about a year. It has laser-guided sights. It has LiDAR to help figure out how far away your drone is from him, and it's basically, you're going to find it. It's going to find you, and it's going to take you down. And the net does a really good job of taking you down. The net is also tethered to the drone so that it can basically carry you and your drone away to where it wants to go, where they want you to go. And if your drone is too heavy, it then cuts the cable and it has a little parachute, and then it lands your drone with a parachute. So that's kind of good, unless of course you have like an M200 and it still lands pretty hard into a crowd. That would be bad too. But what they have done is they've done one more thing to it. Here, I want to take a couple more, get this stupid advertisement. What they've done is, and this is not really the pictures, but they've done a little bit more to it. This is the looking of it. They have added an electrical tether. So basically, the drone can sit at a certain, forever, or however long there's electricity. There it is. Here's the tether. It can sit at, that looks like about 40 feet, 50 feet. It can just sit there and wait. And once it sees a drone, or you can see a drone, it can disconnect the tether, fly at your drone, and take your drone down. So basically, the response time is a crap ton faster than what it is. And it can sit like that because the box on the bottom is plugged into the wall, and it's constantly keeping the batteries charged. And yeah, if that doesn't tell you something, that scares me, because I would hate to have that drone. It's coming after my drone. But I think that's going to be something that's going to be very effective in places like, events, like say Soldier Field, Wrigley Field, all these things, even like Lollapalooza or anything like that, even airports. I mean, if you could have that tether, airports might be a little bit more scary because it's an airport and you got other planes flying around and you got to be careful of those. But if you know what you're doing, then you can take that drone down. And of course, you're not probably going to be as high as the planes are unless you're sitting next to the runway. That has reduced the reaction time by a lot, because it can literally disconnect from the tether the minute it sees something, or the minute you see something. If you're monitoring that, it can go boom and go get your drone, and then come back and bring it back. And then, like I said, it can, if you have it registered, it'll look at your registration number and then give you your ticket and maybe give you your drone back, and maybe not. So, yeah. Those are frightening, aren't they? Just a little scary. Hey, Stan, glad you made it. Yeah, I know it's early. You've been yelling at me lately because I've been doing this, but it's 5:30, man. I got to do it at 5:30 because that's the time I've established. I can't really do it any later, and I can't do it any earlier. It's what it is, man. Sorry. I would love to do it later, but my time, my schedule doesn't allow it right now. Sorry. So this is what I was thinking. I mean, these drone takedowns are, I don't know. I mean, I'm mixed about it only because I don't want them to get in the wrong hands. They shouldn't. But that netting drone, that looks like it could easily be purchased by somebody and used, like if I had a couple acres of land and I just wanted to be a jerk and I wanted to take down someone, even though they are technically allowed to be flying where they're flying because I have no TFR or no, I'm not restricted flight. I'm not a restricted flying zone. So if I bought that, that could be a problem. If I take someone's drone down, then, and I think this is going to happen. There's going to be some guy who owns a lot of land, maybe like a lot of land in Montana or whatever, and he doesn't want people flying over it, but there's legally nothing stopping people from flying over his land. So what you gonna do? I mean, is that what do you guys think? Tell me about the more interesting technology you think about taking down drones while I take a drink of water. How's it? I don't know. How is it? The good coffee? So you're headed south in a month. In a month. Oh, I should go on a road trip with you, Brian. It sounds like fun. I need to go on a road trip really bad. And again, I'm really sorry about this brightness and darkness. This camera is irritating me. Yeah, too many stands. Oh my gosh. Too many stands. I think we're going to have to ban the name Stan. Wait, if I ban the name Stan, that's going to take away a large portion of my audience. Oh, I got that email too. I just haven't looked at it. Like I said, I've been busy. Let's do it. Okay, Brian. Road trip. It would be, you know what, Matt, you're right. It would be a way to steal drones right out of the sky. I mean, granted, you don't have a remote, but you can always buy a remote. You can get a remote and bring it to you, and yeah. You can then match it, mate, or what's that? Parrot? And not parrot drones. I mean pair, P-A-I-R-I-T. And by the way, guys, this chair might be going away in future live streams because, quite honestly, it has become extremely uncomfortable. While working with a client today, I almost fell down because the stupid thing almost broke, and I'm not going to lean back in it because I'm afraid. I'm just afraid. I'm very, very afraid of leaning back in this chair. Yeah, Brian, we'll see about the road trip. Give me a buzz and we'll see if I can do it. I've got other travel plans coming up in the fall, and I've got to make sure I can do everything. Okay, and another thing. You can let them have it in the last paragraph, and I sent them the same thing I sent to you. Oh. The questions thing, the thing from the lawyer. I have to look at that more, Stan. That's not something I don't want to talk about that right now because I have got to look at other things before I make an opinion based on one article. I make the ones I'm doing here are different. Oh yeah, we can road trip to Ohio. That's easy. I know people in Ohio. Besides you, I know another Matt. I know two Matts. I have two Matts in Ohio. Of course, the other one's out traveling somewhere else right now. Only 10 people. Oh my gosh. It's horrible. Only 20 minutes. I went through my stories in 20 minutes. That flickering is going to drive me crazy. That flickering is really going to drive me nuts. So it looks like I got to buy a new webcam soon. This webcam is about 8 years old, 9 years old. It's about time, right? Of course, I'd like to have a really awesome one. And I don't want to mess with the settings and screw around with it because I don't want to deal with it. Flight test thing. Flight test thing. Everyone is out flying. Yeah, I would like to be. It's been kind of, you know this, Brian. The weather's been kind of iffy today. I actually flew in my house today. Screw it. I flew in the apartment. I took that little drone, the black one, the bigger black one, charged it up and went. See, you need to have oh, knock it off, Matt. Okay, Matt, you and I can figure this out, but it has to be after this thing and we have to just do it. I'll see if I can get a hangout in here. Anyway, I thought it was illegal to bring down a drone because they are considered an aircraft. You know, it's illegal. I mean, it's theft. I mean, it's basically theft in my opinion. Use the cam on your drone. Yeah. For what? But illegal bringing a drone. We need to have a drone meet. Yes, Willie. We do. I think we need to schedule something. I need to do that. The, oh yeah, they have a big RC convention. But see, dude, that's too many people. But I need to find a place. Now I know Matt would allow us to go down to Ohio, but I don't know if everybody wants to go to Ohio because Matt's got a big old piece of land that we could fly in. Cleveland, Ohio. Have you been to the drone shop in Elmhurst? No, I have not been there yet. Thumbtack, I'll let you know. Oh yeah, Thumbtack. I stopped using Thumbtack. Because, anyway, we'll talk, yeah, Thumbtack. No, I have not been to the one in Elmhurst yet. Maybe I should go. Gotta check that out. I saw a hobby shop. Where did I see it? Oh, I saw it over here in Des Plaines. But I don't know if they're really a drone shop. I'll have to check the one out in Elmhurst because that's not too far away. Oh, we're dropping flies. We're dropping like flies. That's okay. Boy, this is a short one, guys. I have to do better at preparing. I wish I would have more time to prepare these. They're getting very difficult for me. I know Stan sent me some stuff, and I just haven't been able to really go through what I want to go through. It's I have to be able to find something I can read through very, very quickly, and that was about 100 pages. Well, it was not 100 pages. It was many pages to read, and I just literally have not had time. I've been busy, guys. I'm busy. So is that it? We're done? 21 minutes in? That's it? Really? Yeah, what is the name of the drone shop in Elmhurst? So we got... Okay, does anybody have a place in the Chicago land area that you know of or that we can fly that it would be... I can't imagine more than... I mean, 20 people might show up. Some people with drones, some people maybe not, you know... I'd like it in the Chicagoland area, just because it'd be cool. I'd love to do it downtown, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to get permission for that. Because if you're going to have that many drones around, you kind of got to have permission. I mean, we could do something like Foster Beach area, not the actual beach, but near it. We could do Montrose is probably too many people, and any further south than that, it's going to towards the city is going to be too many people. It would have to be, I mean, the best time I do it, and you guys would hate me, is the morning. Some good stuff about the renewal for, yeah, I know, Brad's house. Yeah, I live at O'Hare Airspace. That would be a wonderful place for all of us to fly. Y'all have fun, because I'm not going to lift off here. I lift off in my apartment, because it's not controlled airspace. I haven't tried mine. I got to try my P4P and see if it would actually allow me to. I am gonna do some research on the retest. What about Kenosha? Kenosha's close enough. No, I don't. Bussy Woods, no. No, I hate that place. That's boring. I don't like it. I don't like it. Now, I like... I found out I was misinformed about the forest preserves up here on the north side. I was told before that you could fly because the guy really didn't care, and now I've been told that if you do fly, they've been instructed to give everybody a ticket. Now here's something else, and this is something I want to make another video about, but I do want to mention this, and I'll probably mention this a few times because it's kind of important. The city of Chicago, there are some high-ranking police officers, and there are some lower police, beat cops that think flying drones in Chicago is illegal. And some of them may try to confiscate your drone. I don't know. Nobody's told me that they have or not, but I do know that there are people who they believe that it's not legal to fly in Chicago. However, and if you argue with them, you're not. That's just a bad thing. You just basically land and go your own way and hope you don't get a ticket. Although if you do get a ticket, you can then bring in the actual ordinance that says, and this is the way it is worded, it says, no person shall fly a drone in Chicago except if it's for commercial recreation or for hobby. Okay, well, that pretty much is everybody that has a drone. If you have a hobby, if it's a hobby drone, you got to have certain insurance. If you are commercial, then it's then they understand that you're following the rules of FAA, and then they have some extra rules. You can't fly over churches, police departments, and all public utilities and whatnot. So these are things that, you know, you just have to know. But in all of the times I've flown in Chicago, all around, I mean, I've flown, and yes, I've flown at Grant Park, but it was Thanksgiving Day morning. You know, nobody was around. I have flown over the river. I've seen other people fly over the river, but you take off from a place that you can take off from legally. You want to fly from a public park, but you don't fly from Millennium Park. There are many places that you can do that. But there are some cops and officials that think you can't fly in Chicago. Yes, we do all fit in that. That's my point. We all fit in that, exactly. So, yes, you do have to have insurance. You have to have liability insurance because if you crash and hurt something, they want to make sure you can pay for it or that somebody can pay for it. Yes, you have to have, it's just like car insurance kind of thing. But it's, I think, you might be able to talk, I think State Farm has insurance for it, for hobbyists. You might have to go into a commercial level and do that. Verified probably work too. Probably, but don't quote me on that. Whenever I'm flying, I've got different insurance. So sometimes I'm flying with Verifly, sometimes I'm flying under Robo Aerial's insurance, which they're covered. So not a big deal. So anyway, what did you miss? You missed everything, Craig. Everything. We're gonna go fly at Craig's house now. Everybody gonna be there tomorrow. Hopefully he doesn't live in any airport airspace like I do. So yeah, so guys, if you're gonna fly in Chicago, just be smart about it. I do need to make a full-on video about it again because of the information I was given. It was just when someone told me that there is a relatively high-ranking police officer, because I was going to do some work for them, and they're like, well, that'd be great, but you can't fly a drone in Chicago. And yes, you can. Yeah, well, if you don't have insurance, don't come and fly in Chicago. I have it. I use Verifly when I need it. So anyway, you can fly. Oh, and I can fly at my house. Cool. You'll be at work and you can fly at my. Okay, we'll fly at your house. You can be gone. I don't care. So, where was I going with this? If you're flying in Chicago, just be aware of that there are people that think you can't. I found out because I was going to do some flying for them for a parade, and they said, no, you can't fly in Chicago. But if you look it up, if you look up the information, and through the Chicago, I think it's the Chicago Clerk's Office, I believe, but you can just Google it and look up Chicago Drone Ordinance. And when I looked it up, it was good as of December of 2017. So it's pretty relevant still. And it was not rewritten. It hasn't been revised. And you could probably, here's the thing, is you could probably show a cop on your phone this paper. He's like, well, how do I know that's the right thing? It's like, well, why don't you look it up on your phone? How do I know you didn't hack the site? It's like, okay. The insurance for Verifly, you usually just do like $10 for a flight. You just tell it that I'm going to fly for an hour in this area, and you give it a radius of like a mile or half mile or whatever, and then there you go. I wonder how quickly I'd get an MP5 in my face if I try to fly over Buckingham Palace. Oh, Stella. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll read about you in the news. Oh, you would definitely not be in good place. If you get it per flight, and it's different depending. Yeah, if you're going to fly downtown, it's a little bit different than if you're flying out in the country. The rates. It's all a matter of what's in the area. Most of the time when I've been downtown, it's been under Robo Aerial, so I'm really not having to worry about it. Matt. Quit being encouraging. Quit encouraging. Bad. Okay, guys, that was an excellent chat there. But we've only been on for a half an hour. What's this crap? So Stan wants, Stan, I do want to do some more research on the retest of the 107, and I will. I hope I have time. Oh, geez. Get a Tello. Then it's only $100 and whatever your prison time is. Oh, jeez. Hey, Matt, why don't you go over to the UK and do it? Don't have Stella do it. Do it yourself. Do it yourself, man. You can do it. We'll visit you in jail. I'm not going to visit you in jail. Stella can visit you in jail. You guys are incorrigible. Especially Mr. Matt. Oh, okay, guys. I think I'm going to start just keeping these at 30 minutes. What do you guys think? You guys like the 30 minutes or you like the hour? I definitely need to get more material if I'm going to do an hour. I need to be better prepared. And today I was not. What about the park where Miggs Field used to be? You mean Northerly Island? Northerly Island, yes, you can do it there. From what I understand, I've seen drones fly out of there. Here's another thing you can do if you have some cash, or you know somebody. Get a big boat and fly out from the boat in Lake Michigan. Nothing can stop you from there. Just don't fly over people. You are in an editing slump. Yeah, I'm me too. Yeah, but I believe you can fly out of Northerly Island, and you probably want to go a little bit out, make sure you're kind of away from everybody, because you do know they have a couple stages there. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate it. With guests. Well, Matt, if you're going to be my guest, you have to not be drunk. That's kind of a rule. You can be buzzed, but not drunk. So anyway. Oh, look, my thing's going off. I forgot to silence my phones. Brilliant. I usually do a pretty good job of doing that. Yeah, I'm due for my 107 in October, so I definitely have to do that too. Okay. Oh, that's a repeat. That looks like it's a repeat. Yep, Craig will be a guest. Get on. See if he has a bum fluff yet. What's a bum fluff yet? I don't want to know what that is. Do I want to know what that is? Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. Stella, maybe we'll get you on. What do you think? Don't know what you'll talk about. You have to give me a topic. So we have to go back to the whole Brad with a guest thing. Well, Matt, I guess that counts you out. I can have Craig on. I'd love to have Ken Heron on. That'd be fun. Well, maybe. He's a little too punny for my taste. His puns are pretty bad. I think he knows his puns are pretty bad. I think that's kind of the point. Oh. Okay, yeah. If I could figure out, if I knew how to instantly get a hangout call on here, I'd put you on here, Mr. Matt. But I don't. The pre-proper beard thing. Okay. Craig, you'd have to call in on Skype, and I don't know if I could make that work. I'm not really sure how I would make that work. And plus, I'd have to put my headphones on so I could hear you and whatever the hell you say. Craig, if you want to try it, call me on Skype. I think you've got my Skype. You should have my Skype. We'll try it. Come on, Craig, call me. I'm waiting. Yeah, you've got a Skype. But it has to be Skype, and I don't know how it's going to work. I'm seeing your auto. Yeah. This camera is driving me crazy. Yeah, Matt, you're never pretty. Oh, there's Craig. Let's try this. Let's see if I can do this. Craig, I can't hear you right now, but we're going to try to push you on here. Widgets, Skype. Oh, look at that. Son of a bitch. Except it's a really crappy video.
How's it gonna work? Yeah.
Can everybody see Craig? Boy, that's really bad. I mean, this. Okay. I hope everybody can see it.
I don't think anybody's seeing it. Can anybody?
Are you on camera?
I am.
It should be coming on real quick. I mean, it's gonna. There, it's on. They can see us.
Huh?
Can they hear you?
Can you hear me?
Can. So Matt just woke up ugly this morning again. Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
I don't know if the stream can hear anybody, but you're live on the internet right now.
Yeah, it's a little bit delayed on the stream, I can tell.
It's always okay. So people to him. I see 2 people. 3 now. Well, people can see us.
You see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, the big thing is, can they hear you? I can't hear you. Do you have? Are you using your? No, you're not. That's my Skype is just stupid.
Am I using my camera microphone? Yes, I am.
No, I was talking about something else.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Your camera microphone is fine. Okay, everybody can hear and see you.
Good. That's good.
Sweet. Of course, you're tiny compared to me. I'm big. Yeah. I'm gonna. Rah!
That's cool.
Huh?
It's a bit delayed. Like, I can't believe how delayed it is. I can't watch the...
No, I have it set to be a normal latency. I don't have it set to low latency.
Ah, that makes sense.
Because when I do low latency, the video signal sucks. So, everybody, say hi to Craig.
Hi.
Squappy Drone.
Yeah, and as far as with it too, the other problem is that I can only see you by looking at your live stream. So the delay is weird.
Oh, you can't. Oh, you can't see me. Oh, you know what? I bet you that might be a part of the problem. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay. I don't care. I don't mind. It's okay. I can see your face delayed and not know what you're saying. Just I've already heard it. Yeah. So I started my new job today.
Congratulations.
Yesterday. Sorry, yesterday. So. Yeah.
Is there anything that you have to put in, besides a job? Although we're happy that you got a job. What is your opinion on taking down drones?
So actually, I wanted to chime in earlier whenever you were saying that, but we were getting ready to eat. So, you said that it was Brian that his drone.
No, not Brian's drone. Someone he knew.
Someone he knew. Okay.
Someone he knew.
So, the fact that it just plummeted out of the sky, that sucks.
Isn't that a little? It's like, okay, let's just see if it doesn't hit anybody.
Yeah. Like if I could have sworn there was like auto land options, like they can go ahead and just send it a signal and then it just slowly lands, so that way it doesn't hit somebody like you just said. But yeah, that's my only issue with it is that if he was 400 feet in the air and that thing drops out of the sky, what was it that the guy was flying? A Phantom 4?
I'm assuming a 3 or 4.
So I mean, the drone's not light. I mean, it's not heavy by any means, but at the same time, I mean, that thing drops from 400 feet in the air. It's gonna hurt if it hits somebody. It ain't surviving that 400-foot drop either.
No, the drone's gonna be hurt. And the thing is like with that, even if it hits somebody, I mean, these things aren't gonna hurt like put someone in the overly bad in the hospital, but it could. I mean, it could cut someone really bad. It could. Who knows what it could do? I mean, I definitely don't want to be under one when it comes down.
No,
it's gonna hurt.
I was in North Carolina last week, and it was windy, like so windy to the point where I took my drone out a little bit, and I said, nope, turn back around. Well, when I landed it, I went to pick it up, and the wind gusted, spun the props enough to where it clipped my finger, and my finger started bleeding.
Yeah, I've had that.
So, just it falling from the sky, well, guess what the props are going to do? Spin away.
Yeah, you're right.
And so not only getting hit by the drone would suck, but then you could get hit by the props dropping at, while the drone's dropping too. So it could be much worse than what it actually is.
It could be, and that does bother me. So
Yeah.
Brian says, "I think so," as in probably Phantom 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Brian, I did tell that story. I hope I told it right. I don't know if he went back and listened to it or not. But yeah, the whole that just, and Stella says that Autoland would not be easy. Well, it is with a lot of drones because they have that Autoland feature. It
Yeah.
could be a return to home,
Yep.
or they could, but if it's a return to home, I don't know if they return to home, then they can find the pilot real easy.
Yeah.
You know, and
Well,
plus,
I think even a return to home would be a better option. You know, if you could
Yeah.
send a return to home signal, at least, you know, there's less of a chance of it, you know, going where it doesn't want to go. So.
I think I would. I don't know if I'd want to do an auto return to home. I think just the auto, just bring it straight down. I think what I'd like to see them do is, oh, he's leaving us. Dogs are yelling, barking. What I would like to see done is I'd like to see that it just land in a safe place. You know, they have like a designated area that they've already set up that no matter what, the software could easily just make it land in that place. It knows, it uses the GPS where it's at and says, okay, bring it over here and land it. Just like an auto, it basically changes the home point.
Oh yeah.
Saying, here's your new home point.
Wrong, because I think that's what's throwing the dog off. Is your.
Okay. My voice.
Yeah.
And yeah, Willie, 400 feet. Yeah, that would feel like a rock. I don't know. If I'm doing a wedding shoot, I'm not going to be 400 feet up.
No, I'm not saying you would, but even still, what, 150?
Yeah, 100 feet's going to hurt. 150, 100 feet is going to hurt. I mean,
Brian said St. Pete in a month. That'll be cool. Hit me up, Brian.
Oh, we'll hit you up.
You gonna be there too?
I don't know.
On.
I'd love to, man. It'd be a good fly-in.
Yeah.
It wouldn't happen. Hacking every drone OS, every S. Well, you're right, but see, Stella, with that, the majority of drones are the Phantoms, so that's the one they're going to target. You know, then yes, you're right, because Autel doesn't have the same thing, but the Mavic and the Intel, the Mavic, the Phantoms, Inspire, they all fly the same. They're all the same basic software, but Autel doesn't, Parrot doesn't, and of course, if I were, and this is something I was talking about with Matt, is if someone wants to be nefarious and do bad things, they're going to make sure that they can do it. And the only way you're going to stop them is to physically stop them, and not through a radio, but through this drone net. The drone net is really what's going to stop them, because that doesn't have to do with trying to interfere. It's no technology. It's basically hunting it down.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the only way it's going to, I think that's the safest way for someone who's trying to do something really, really bad.
Yeah. Well, you know, and you say that each one of the companies has different ways of having them fly, and honestly, if you really think about it, it's all pretty similar overall, because you have the same kind of signal going across for a majority of the drones. Even, you know, I know there's of course Lightbridge, you know, the OcuSync and all of that too, but you know, it's still being transmitted over a wireless signal that, for the most part, can be pretty standardized. I don't see why somebody couldn't easily go ahead and, because I'm sure if they have detection that this drone is there, they have some way to go ahead and know, you know. But I saw video of them testing out software or a device that can go ahead and say, oh, this exact type of drone with this serial number is flying right here and going in this direction. I'm sure if they can get all that information, they can go ahead and be like, yep, land.
Yeah, exactly. That's what.
Doesn't matter what drone it is.
And they like you said, you can do it. The technology, you know. By the way, I fixed the video. Of course, you're blinking like a crazy man over there, but
Yeah.
that's gonna fix it. So anyway, yeah, I got you fixed on the video. That looks much better.
A little bit, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I would say that with the technologies that are available, the radio interference can happen. I mean, it doesn't matter about the software or whatever being hacked. If there's someone out there that wants to do it, they're going to make it happen. You know, and I'm sure there's a lot of things out there that will make it happen.
Yeah.
So.
Or even honestly, another way too. So, and I thought about this too. interrupt the signal to basically where it's where you're interrupting the controller signal at that point, because then at that point the drone's going to be like, all right, return to home. I can't catch onto the or the controller.
Yep, and if it's a pre-drone that doesn't have that functionality, it's just gonna fly away.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, okay, then that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Or one of these cheap drones back here. That's really not gonna hurt anybody anyway. There's no good camera.
Yeah.
They're not gonna land. They're not gonna.
Well, I mean, that one over there, that's a cheap drone, and if that's gonna hurt. And then even still, I have I don't even know where it is. Nope, my little Batwing drone. It's it's the same thing, but I've tried catching it in my hand and clipped my finger on it. I was like, ah,
Yeah, those they can sting. They have a little sting to it.
Yeah,
I agree, and I just think, Stella, that. Technologies, yes, you're right. There's a lot of things that they can't account for, but they can account for a majority, and a large majority, and that's what they'll go for. And then they'll figure out the autel, they'll figure out the parrot, they'll do these little things, because all it is a Wi-Fi signal. That's all it is. It just has to pretend, hey, it can hijack it and go. Yeah, and Willie, I hope we're all flying safe. That's the way you should be doing anyway. And that stand is a rerun. I don't like the reruns on this thing. That annoys me.
Excellent. Excellent. Sorry. I had a cough.
Yes, what? I'm sorry. What, Greg? You're breaking up. Butthead. No, I've got XSplit for another couple months. We'll see if I keep it. I don't know. I might go back to. I might try OBS again. Anyway. What were we saying before you got rude?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got rude to the host.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do that.
Frequency. Well, yeah. They can always block signals. They can do whatever. They can do all kinds of things. It was fun. We were flying inside the United Center for the Blackhawks. That was so much fun. They basically, inside the building has the control. They said, what frequency range are you going to operate? And they're like, what do you want us at? And they basically opened a hole in the spectrum and said, nobody will be interfering with you now.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yes. That's like, nice. They said, just operate. Can you operate on da-da-da frequency? Yep, we did the manual setting and said, stay here, don't hop. And it did.
That's pretty cool.
It is. It was really awesome. It's like, because that was one of the things we were worried about when we did a test run the day before. And we're like, okay, there's going to be 25,000 people in here with cell phones. How do we make sure that we don't have a problem? And they're like, oh, we got that covered. It's like, okay. And they oh my God, they said, we have so many things that are Wi-Fi enabled in this building. It says it's absolutely crazy. So, yeah, they can do what they want to do.
That's pretty crazy. Like,
it is.
I wouldn't have thought about that at all.
And you're in that kind of industry. Wireless. Well,
you should know see, I changed. I'm not in wireless anymore. I am in enterprise solutions, but I guess that still qualifies in that situation.
So then you got to use your drone technology as part of your enterprise solution.
Yeah. Well, oh God, I don't even want to say where I
don't.
But
the company.
No, because
you can just say the company.
No. But
even
if I say the other company that is part of it,
they'll figure it out.
Yes. So
yeah.
So never mind.
Never mind. I never said anything.
Yeah. I was trying to do something on here while I was talking to you.
Don't do it. Don't do it. This is not the time to play. We already played. We got Skype running.
Oh, I know. I was going to change to a virtual camera.
Don't do that. That'll break.
No, come on. It wouldn't break.
This works. This works fine. I can always turn you off, so I guess that's fine. See, I can easily just go. Where is it at? Right? Where are you at? I got to go up here. Boop.
Did it go away? See,
yeah,
I don't.
You'll see it. You'll see it in a couple seconds.
It's so OBS switch. Okay. Let's see.
I was ignoring him. See, they're like, they saw it. That's all that matters.
So OBS Switch isn't actually a name of a program. It's just OBS.
Yeah,
It's Matt typing.
It's Matt. I know what he's saying. I know I'm ignoring him. We just ignore him. Anyway, so you think that it can be hacked? And of course they can be hacked. I mean, anything can be hacked.
Yeah, I mean, and there's two different types of hacking, of course. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad hack at all.
No.
That would be a good thing. I mean,
It's a white hack.
yeah, a white hat.
White hat hack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew what I meant.
Say that 5 times fast.
No, I'm good. And I actually saw a title of a video, whether this is true or not, but it said something about how China can drive your smart car. You know, like, and they have a Tesla in the picture. It's like China hacks the cars. I mean, you can hack a car. People have proven that you can hack a car. You know,
Yeah.
So,
I mean, definitely. But at the same time, I don't know about Tesla because I mean, how often does Tesla update their stuff? But then again,
exactly, they can push it out. Yeah, it's there. It's always something. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think things can happen.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, the most effective is the net. The net is the most effective because it doesn't rely on you aiming because it has LiDAR and it aims it for you and it knows within 22 meters, so 60 feet, it can get you within 60 feet. So if it gets close to you, now if you can outfly it, if you can get in sport mode and outfly it, that's another thing. Then we got dogfights and drones. That would be cool.
let me ask. So since I did miss part of your stream, what is this net? It's a physical net.
It's a net shot from a drone.
Okay, all right, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah,
okay,
this has been something that's been out, but the new thing they have is they now have it electrically tethered to the ground, but the tether can break the minute it needs to.
Okay.
They can drop the tether and go after you. So basically, it can hover at 40 to 50 or whatever feet and just sit there and wait for someone to show up and then go after you. So the response time is a lot shorter.
Yeah.
Which is a little frightening. It's like if you don't, because he could come out of nowhere and see, there you go, bye-bye. And the way they do it, I mean, the way they do it is great. And, well, unless, of course, it's your drone that's getting caught. So they catch your drone in the net. It's automatically, it has its own targeting, so it can do it. Mm-hmm. If your drone is light enough, it basically holds it, and it basically takes you where they want to take you. You know, and they bring you to where it's got to go because it hangs it off the bottom of their drone. If your drone is too heavy, it then cuts that tether and the parachute opens and lands you somewhere.
Okay.
So they have that, yeah.
Good.
So it's as safe as you can be, you know, which is kind of cool. Dogfights with drones, that'd be so cool. Yeah, we've actually done a little bit. I mean, if you guys want to get some cheap drones and dogfight, that's fine. We're not fighting with my P4. Ain't happening.
Not mine either.
Exactly. We'll take your Batwing and my little one, you know, my Bumblebee.
Oh, I like my Batwing.
Oh, then we'll take it. Well, then is that a Hubsan there? And we'll take my piece of shit here and we'll fly.
I don't know. It's a Predator FPV.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Predator.
Yeah.
I don't even know what my little one, my big little one is.
Yeah.
What can,
you know what's funny? I get a kick out of it. So I suck at flying that little Batwing inside, but
it's hard.
But outside, I took it. I met up with Drone Worship and went to his little meetup thing, and I flew that thing outside. I flew it not amazing, but
Telos, yeah.
Much better outside than inside, and it was windy. So.
That was good. Matt, let's first get to Stella. There's a difference between what can be done in a lab and what can use in the streets, and you're absolutely right. I mean.
Oh, wait. So, Matt did this the other day. He's volunteering to buy you a Tello.
Isn't he?
That's right.
He is. He's going to buy everybody in my audience. He's going to buy all of us a Tello so we can dogfight.
That's right. So, that's perfect because when Brian comes down, and if you're with him, we'll have a Tello fight.
Yeah!
All right.
And we'll shoot it live.
We'll shoot it live. We'll have it recorded. We'll do the whole thing.
Yeah.
We'll have a couple of Phantoms up, so it's shooting live from those.
Mm-hmm.
We'll also have have my camera running.
A couple telephotos.
Yeah, I'm sure I can go ahead and get it live also on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a whole bunch of cameras that we. Yeah,
I'll have to bring a crew of 20.
Whatever.
To man the camera. Yeah, no big deal. I got 20 friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want it. See, now they're okay. Now we've got this. So, so Matt is providing the drones.
Wait a second. Why did he change accounts?
What just happened? I don't know. Matt's going to buy us the drones. He's also going to fund all of the crew because we're going to need crew and equipment, and trucks and the catering. Got to have catering.
Catering.
You've got to. It's going to be an official like movie set, and then we're going to have stunt doubles for the tellos. So Matt, I hope you have about $200,000-$300,000 for all this. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
Drop in the bucket.
I got a friend who is in the movie industry. I'm sure he can get a whole crew down here that Matt will pay for.
There you go. There you go.
I know we're just pulling Matt's chain. I'm just going to go ahead and say that straight up, just in case anybody really thinks that he's going to give away
Drones.
a drone. We're just giving him a hard time.
We were?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my drone to get here.
How did I get thrown under the bus? You threw yourself under the bus, my friend.
Well, how did it happen? Well, he showed up.
Yeah. He did it. He did it the other day too on my stream.
There you go. There you go. See, Stella knows how this happened.
This is when you invite him into the Skype call now.
Yeah, come on, Matt. Come into the Skype call. Don't forget your beer. Except I don't think he has Skype.
Does he not have Skype? Oh.
I don't think he does.
See.
I don't know how. And I would have to figure out how to add. But I'm sure I could.
Yeah, you
So
can.
actually, this is working out really well with Skype. Now that I figured out how to resize
Why didn't you use Hangouts?
I cannot figure out how to use Hangouts during the live stream when I do the planned or the the scheduled
Yeah.
one. I can't use Hangouts. When I use, or I don't want to use Hangouts. I like using my this. Anyway, if you do it live, when I do it the other way, then I can use Google Hangouts. I just don't.
Look at Stella. Stella's going to town on.
She is. She is. He's trying to get her to fly over Buckingham Palace, so I don't blame her.
I mean, that what? That might be a good trade-off.
I think so. I think so.
See, look.
There's your wedding gift.
Well, no, that was the thing. He said something about it while Ashley was on the stream, and we both just called him out on it, and he started messaging me afterwards. So it may be a little scary. I gave Matt my address.
Uh oh. My address is 5.
5 Chicago.
5. Yes, that's it.
That's it.
5 near Brad. 5 Chicago. It will not get to me. I promise.
Yeah. just put Brad and just send it to O'Hare. You're in their airspace.
Yeah, because there's only one of me. That's it.
That's right. Just Brad. That's it.
Right. That's it. And it'll be it.
Oh,
Must be the drone off flight.
look at that! Look at that! That's good. I like that, Stella.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Let's see that happening. I don't
just,
think so.
I think Stella just flipped the driver's seat of the car and then backed it back up over Matt again. On the other side of the road.
Yeah, because that's where they drive. It's weird.
And the other and the driver's seat was moved because they're on the other side of the car too. Yep. See,
Man,
Yeah. Stella did a whole lot right beforehand.
right that. She did it like that.
Why do I have a heart? There's a heart here. I'm gonna click on the heart, and I sent a heart. I don't know why I did that. Oh, and a thumbs up. I don't know if you're seeing anything.
No, I'm not. Oh, it's probably in the text in the mat.
I have no clue. I don't use Skype often.
No, it's not in there. So I could do that. It's good to know. I'm glad to know I can do this.
Brian's got half a dozen cameras. All right.
Brian does, yes. See, Brian's well, and he's going to be there. So now we just got to get Matt to bring the. And Matt, why don't you just go with us and you bring the telos, and we'll dogfight.
Yeah. There you go.
I would just hate. I'm just picturing these drones getting and running into each other and falling. I just can't stand the thought.
Did you see that? Put male enhancement pills are on the way. All right. Oh, that's good stuff.
Oh, you guys are back in good form now.
Yeah.
Good show. Good show.
All right, I think we should end. I'm
do
going to end
too.
my part there. I'm going to
Okay.
go ahead and drop out. I am going to be
All right.
live tomorrow. I'm going to plug myself right now, so
Yep.
I'll probably be live tomorrow. I will try working on drone footage as soon as I can. I don't know when that'll be. I just, like I said earlier, I have been trying to be in an editing slump, honestly. Not trying to, but I've got to edit for me, Ashley, my mom's office. I got a whole lot to edit. I have a whole lot of videos.
Get it all done.
Oh, actually, before I leave, so one of the videos that I want to post. So, when, like I said, when I was in North Carolina, it was really windy, but I decided to go for a walk. There was this trail. It's like, I think like a mile and a half long. So, oh, look at me. I'm on the screen fully now.
Yes.
So, it's about a mile and a half long. So I decided, oh, I'll walk with the drone and the DSLR camera bag. So I go for a walk, and I went ahead and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and launch the drone. Now, this is like all covered by trees. So I had it on this path in front of me as I'm walking. So
Oh, yeah.
had it stay right in front of me, and I walked down the entire path, had the drone flying. Took me about 25 minutes, maybe. Maybe it was about a mile. I don't know. So probably not even that long. But went down the entire path, and at the end is the Intracoastal Waterway. So I was like, oh, that's great, and I can go ahead and fly out. And then as soon as I did that, we had the gust, and so that's the end of it. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. I might just take that entire like 25-minute long video and speed it the heck up all the way.
That would be a cool time lapse. Yeah. Hyperlapse. That's a hyperlapse.
Yeah, that's a hyperlapse, and then just with a nice slow ending.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really funny because I watched the footage that I did of me going straight out over the water, and you could tell when I went, oh nope, not doing this, and I just turned the drone around, come back, and land. So yeah. So once again, I'm Craig with Squappy's Drone Videos. I'll be live tomorrow. Brad, thank you for letting me join you in on
Hey, no
Skype
problem.
randomly. I think I made you go over an hour now. Let's
You
see.
did. We're over an hour now.
Over an hour. Good. See? Yay.
Woo-hoo!
Yay.
Woo-hoo!
All right. I'm going to hit end. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Bye, Brad.
Bye. Bye, Craig. Alrighty then. So everybody, thank you for having Craig here. And yes, I see you know all about trees, Mr. Matt. Thanks for helping me out. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do guests more often. We'll have to figure something out. Matt, if you're hanging out for a little minute, maybe we can figure that out, how to do Google maybe with this or whatever. But, oh, shoot, my phone's going, thinking I said. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful time. I saw that Stella went to bed or went away. Everybody have a great night. And I think this is everything, so we're going to go ahead, pop up my beautiful end screen. And, yeah, everybody watch Craig's live stream tomorrow. He'll just subscribe to his channel. You'll find him. So we're going to go to the end screen here. Woohoo! So don't forget to check out my website. Don't forget to check out all my social medias and Patreon if you like. And I do have the Amazon shop if you'd like to see what I use for drone accessories and also just some video accessories like my microphone, the one microphone that you guys like so much. It's a wonderful, wonderful microphone. And some light equipment and all that other stuff. But thanks again for everybody showing up. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. You made an awesome live stream, and apparently I do need to have a guest more often, simply because they help me. They help me make it a better thing, and we'll maybe do something. I will look at doing a meetup of some sort. And Brian, we may be going. I may think about going to Florida, and we got to get the telos from Craig. So until next time, don't forget to like, subscribe to the video, share the video, and until next time, everybody fly safe. And bye.